Ideally, I'm supposed to apologize and give an explanation to the 300 and something people who are subscribed to this channel as of this time that I'm recording this video and would be publishing this video. I'm sorry that I left without any warning, but I cannot give you the entire explanation to why I left in this one video. But in my subsequent videos, you would get all the explanation that you would need, and you would understand why I left. I left because this is not me trying to explain. I'm trying to tell you the reason why I left. I left because I was suffering from post-immigration stress. It might sound like a very fancy word, but it's not really a fancy word. But then before I get into the definition of what it means, I would want to say thank you to the people that went above and beyond to find out if I was okay. Someone actually found my email somewhere, somehow, and then reached out to me to ask if I was okay, what happened. Another friend was also looking for me on LinkedIn until she finally found me. Another friend also reached out to like someone that she knows would probably know what is going on in my life, and then she found me. To all those people, and then to all the other people who were wondering and trying to like connect with me but you couldn't, I am sorry. And then to those who were able to like find a way to like reach me, thank you so much for thinking about me. I didn't know I was like that important. Let's get back to what the meaning of post-immigration stress is. Post-immigration stress is the toll that someone suffers when they move from the country that they're so used to or they're used to a new country, and then they're adapting to that country, and they go through physical, emotional, and mental stress, and it manifests in different ways in their lives. Me personally, it manifested in an identity crisis for me, and it is hard. It was really hard for me figuring out like who I was and what I'm supposed to be in this new country, and figuring it out took a toll on me that I ended up deleting everything. This is not me explaining. There is so much more to like what happened and why I left. But the reason why I left was post-immigration stress. From my perspective, post-immigration stress is a silent weight that anybody who has had to move from their country to a new country for reasons best known to them carries, but they don't even know how to dissect and how to look at it in a way that we are supposed to look at it. And it is the reason why the focus of my channel is changing to mainly focusing on everything that has to do with post-immigration stress. For me, when I came to this city, New York City, I thought that speaking English would make it easy for me to be able to communicate and then get around, but I was wrong. Because back home in Ghana, I filter my thoughts in Twi, Hausa, and Yoruba before I say them in English. And during times that I'm struggling to find a word in English to be able to communicate my thought that I filtered in Twi, Hausa, or Yoruba, I can use like Twi. I can use a word in Twi, or I can use a word in Yoruba, I can use a word in Hausa. In me communicating in English to someone, and then they would understand. But when I came to this country, I didn't have that. And it made me question my self-esteem. It made me question if I was smart enough. It made me question if I was worth it. It might seem like, oh, you two, you're doing too much, just English. Well, that was what was the hardest for me, because when you come to a new place, you need to communicate, and if you're not able to communicate properly, then you would not be able to grow in the way that you're supposed to grow within a period that you've set for yourself, in my case. Also, if you're wondering why you should care about this channel or care about post-immigration stress, I think you should care about it because it is an important topic or an important aspect of moving from your country to a new country that like no one actually looks deeply into, and it can affect your mental and physical and your relationship well-being if you are not able to understand certain things that you're feeling and certain things that you're going through. For some people, they can tug it out, and for some people, they cannot tug it out. Some people like me who cannot tug it out. I wish I had some resources or something or someone. Now I have someone, now I have a therapist that is helping me understand, like, everything that I went through. But for someone who might never be able to seek a therapist, or for someone who doesn't know where to go to get such information, it's not even just for anybody who or someone who has moved from their country to a new country. It's for anybody to understand, so you can have empathy towards your family member or your friend that is in Abuja somewhere and is struggling, and you think they're like they've changed. They have not changed. They are struggling, and they don't even know how to dissect and understand what is going on, so they could be the person that they want to be to their family back home, or even to the new community and connections that they're forming here. In the first year and the second year of me being here, I've been here for 4 years now, I did struggle a lot about my self-identity, where I belong, who I am, and I was constantly doubting myself, constantly minimizing myself, because everything was also new to me. And every day that I woke up, it was like I was figuring out how to just exist in this space, and it was a lot. And it wasn't until I started focusing on what really matters to me that I began to rebuild myself. And what really mattered to me was that I was in a new place. I should savor it instead of consume it raw, and not chew properly, but savor the moments. Because looking back now, there's so many moments that I don't remember, that I feel like I was living, but I wasn't experiencing. But Alhamdulillah, I'm in a good place now. I am not just living, I am experiencing, and I am savoring every experience and every moment. I have so many advice for anyone that might or is going through post-immigration stress, but I just want to give one in this video and today, and is to give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself. You're not going to figure out everything at once. It might take you longer. It might take you a short time. But give yourself grace and understand that you're in a new environment and you're not meant to know anything. You're not meant to know everything. And it doesn't mean you are stupid or lame, like how I felt I was for a very long time, until I found a community and until I started going for therapy. So for anyone that is going through post-immigration stress and you haven't found your community yet, you don't have money to be able to afford therapy, I hope this channel can be a playing ground and a safe space for you and a learning ground for you. Thank you for spending time with me, and I would see you in the next video.